Good morning and happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great week so far. For many of us, it's a short week because of the holiday this past Monday. And as you know, it is back to school season, especially if you are here in central New York. The kids are going back to school. You have more on your calendar. They have more on their calendar. Sports are starting up next week. Maybe they're playing fall soccer. They have fall baseball. Maybe they're doing the show at school. That means you're going to be running around a heck of a lot more, and the kids are going to be running around a heck of a lot more too. Well, today we're talking all about how to build balanced plates for the entire family, because the Nourished with Emily plate method, where we're looking at that PCC, protein, carb, color, can easily be applied to the kids as well too, even if they might be picky eaters. So we'll talk more about that today, but I want to know, are you watching this live? Are you watching this replay? When did your kids, if you have kids in school, when did your kids go back to school? Let us know down in the comments below. For many kids, they started yesterday. I know some school districts started on Tuesday. I think the last of the school districts started back today. So everyone has a shortened week, even the kids this week. And although it can feel difficult of like, oh my gosh, we have to get back to routine where life is happening again. And this was a big topic of conversation in a couple of my networking meetings yesterday, is the summer's done and we're kind of like getting back into that groove. And many of us are so excited to have that structure and that routine again of this is what we do and here's what's expected and here's, what our days are going to end up looking like. Nutrition needs to fall into those pieces as well. Nutrition, what we're eating, how much we're eating, the balance of meals falls into that narrative of what does my day look like? It's a whole other layer of planning and preparation for you and your family as you get ready for the next week ahead. So as you are diving into back to school, we're so excited to be bringing you this month's topic. We're talking about healthy meals for the whole family. So that's actually our brand new freebie that's out right now. It is focused on helping you meal plan and prep with confidence. We're giving you our 5 easy meal prepping steps to help you master the meal prep. We're also giving you our little calendar too to help you meal prep each week. You can just keep printing that page off. We're also giving you 12 easy meal ideas with 2 exclusive recipes made by yours truly to help you make really balanced and delicious meals that everyone's going to love, along with some other great information on that plate too. So if you're interested and you're like, oh, this meal planning guide, it's free, it sounds like it's for me, I'll drop that link down in the comments below because it'll help you a lot with that decision fatigue that we can sometimes get as the week goes on, as the stress level increases, as well as just that focus on, okay, like how do we make sure that we have enough meals for the week, that everyone's getting food that they love, and that everyone's going to get the nutrition that they need too. So I'll drop that link down in the comments below. The masterclass that is affiliated with that, which is about nutrition for the entire family, is going to be happening on August 17th. I will also share that information down in the comments below too. We're going to do the formal drop of that next week, but August 17th, healthy nutrition for the entire family. We're going to talk through the needs for kids from ages 4 to 9 or 10 to 13 or 14, and then 14 to 18. So we're going to really help you cover like, what do you need to know? What does the kids need to do? How can you meal prep and plan with confidence? So that's all coming your way this month in September inside of Nourished with Emily. Sarah and I are hosting that one together. So let's talk about how to create these balanced protein, carb, and color plates for your kids. I've got my coffee here. I hope you've got your coffee. I hope you've got your water here too. And let's dive into this. So just like with kids, they still need that protein, carb, and color that you do as well. The ratios might be a little bit different because you have to think your kids are probably a little bit more active than we are as adults throughout the day. They're getting up and moving. They have playtime every single day. They're going out for recess. They have gym class. They're switching in between classes. So rather than our plates maybe looking like that half a plate of color, a quarter plate protein, and a quarter plate carbs, kids' plates along with athletes' plates are actually going to look like a third of a plate protein, a third of a plate carb, a third of a plate color. So that protein is going to help them grow big and strong. It's going to help them build more muscle. It's going to help them stay feeling fuller for longer. Less of those energy crashes throughout the day when you're having more consistent protein intake, because protein paired with carbs, consistent energy level. They need the carbohydrates because they're growing. They're moving a heck of a lot more than you and I are. So they need that quick energy source to help them stay active and have that energy. So carbs need to be on the kids' plates. Hopefully we're able to choose and offer more of those whole grain options. And there are some really great options too now, like there are whole grain goldfish. If your kiddos love goldfish, that could be a really great way to incorporate those into their meals to give them more of those nutrient benefits. Whole grains are going to have more protein, more heart healthy fats, more fiber to help them stay feeling fuller for longer, get more of that nutrient density. And then they need all of those vitamins and minerals to help them grow. They need it to expand their blood volume as they're growing. They need the better eyesight with the vitamin A. They need the vitamin vitamin C for their immunity. Everyone gets sick over these next couple weeks because all of the germs are circulating around again. So if we can make sure that they're getting the color on their plates, they're going to help be more satisfied with meals because there's fiber in them, along with more of the vitamin C that's going to help with their immunity and with yours too. So maybe your kids are a little bit picky. Maybe your kids are not super crazy about some of the meals that you make, and that is completely okay. They can still be good, balanced protein, carb, and color plates. And the big thing that I want to remind you is there are no food rules. So if you struggle with getting your kid to eat breakfast foods, maybe they don't like eggs, they don't like yogurt, they're not a huge fan of cereal, you can absolutely make them maybe a turkey sandwich for breakfast. Maybe they love that. Maybe you grab the mini naan breads and you make them their own little Lunchables from home with like turkey pepperoni, and you do part skim mozzarella cheese on there, and you throw a clementine on the side, and where they can pick at it that way. Maybe you make them a smoothie in the morning because they like something cold, they like something sweet, making sure that there's yogurt in there, and you can add chia and flaxseed for the fullness and digestive purposes as well too. So there are no food rules. You can make them a turkey sandwich any time of day. You can make them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich any time of day, but we're wanting to be intentional about, okay, what's the protein source here? What's the carb source here? And what's the color source here? And we have a bunch of those ideas too inside of that free guide that you can get now. Like I said, it's going to be down in the comments below. Post the video once the video is posted. But maybe the protein source that they're having ends up being, they have like beans, or you find like jerky that they enjoy, or it's just little pieces of cheese. You're choosing maybe more of those whole grain options for them. Maybe they love more of those carbohydrate sources. Choosing more of those whole grain options will give them protein out of it. Maybe they're more apt to grab stuff like that. So offering them milk with meals is another great and easy way too to provide them protein and increase their energy intake throughout the day. The big thing to remember with kids is that they're very, very in tune to their hunger and fullness cues. So if your child is not hungry and you're like, oh my gosh, you're going to starve, you're not eating anything, trying not to get frustrated, trying to not get upset, reminding that there's food out for them, that they can eat that, maybe in an hour when they're hungry, just leaving that food there out for them, trying to not make mealtime stressful or hectic for them is a really great way to promote a positive eating environment, because no one likes to be sitting around the table and yelling at each other of like, why aren't you eating? Take a couple bites. And maybe your kid's a picky eater. It's offering other foods that are familiar to them and that they enjoy along with some of those foods, or maybe they don't like, or they've decided that they have not tried it yet, or that they don't want to try it. More of that exposure, more of that familiarity with them will help to increase their likeliness of them trying those foods and hopefully then enjoying those foods too. So remember, we're looking for the protein, carb, and color. Maybe for you with a meal, it's a chicken breast with, let's say chicken breast with rice and you did broccoli, but maybe your kids are like, I'd much rather have some watermelon or some apple, and I'll have crackers, and I'm going to do cheese and pepperoni for dinner. I'll do the turkey pepperoni. All really great options. They're still getting in the nutrition that they need. Pour them a glass of milk. They'll get more protein. Make sure those crackers are whole grains. Give these things a try. Maybe it's also mixing too white rice and brown rice together, where they're getting more of that nutrient exposure. Even if they're like, I don't like brown rice on its own, combining those things can really help. But offering kids, helping and getting them involved in the cooking too is more likely to help them decide to be a part of it or want to be able to try the food that they are making as well. So I hope that these tips were helpful for you. There are no food rules. Maybe you sit down with your kids and you like list out all of the protein sources that they like, all of those carbohydrates that they like, all of those different fruits and vegetables, where you can then start to mix and match meals from there, and asking your kids to get involved with it as well to give you more of those ideas will help everyone have a less stressful mealtime, make sure that you're getting in the nutrition that they need, make sure you're getting in the nutrition that you need, and that everyone feels their best. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll drop the link down to the freebie in the comments below, as well as the link to the upcoming masterclass that's happening on September 17th, that is diving into family meals, nutrition for families, meal planning and prep. So much involved in there. So we're so excited to bring you that masterclass on September 17th. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.